We get to live in a space that is kind of without rules. And because of that, it allows our brains to kind of like do whatever is creative.
Very True Story is a design animation studio, and we love doing big character spots with lots of color, but also trying to figure out what really does make sense for each client. My passion towards animation was sort of just a natural evolution. I started doing basic animation, working in Flash and building websites, and then kind of just kept evolving to the next step, bringing other designers and animators to help me along. Kristen was sort of in industry adjacent and looking for something else to do, and we kind of tried to give it a shot, and it worked out really, really well. You know, we started in San Francisco, but we kind of grew out of the space and we're like, let's try somewhere different. Moved over to Portland and spent a few years there and had a little bit of community there, but then with COVID and everything closed down, we were able again to go wherever we wanted and decided California was that place for us and moved back to Oakland. I think being a little bit on the smaller side allows us to work on things that we're a little bit more passionate about.
From very early on, I feel like there was projects that we were approached to work on that didn't align with our values. We want to work with companies or create animations that sway people emotionally for the right reasons. We just want to have a really positive and good environment, and that includes all of the folks that we collaborate with, whether it's our employees, our freelancers, and our clients. We have projects that are running where we have an illustrator in Korea, animator in St. Louis. We may have an animator in Spain. I mean, it's truly global.
Once we went fully remote, we kind of just made it our company rule where everybody has to have Dropbox, work locally from the file structure. If it's the middle of the night for you and it's the morning for us and we need something, we can just pop in there and get it. It sort of alleviates that worry for anybody on our team.
It's also been really helpful for us to be able to integrate Dropbox paper as well. We're all remote folks, like having that as like a collaborative document so that folks that we're working with in different time zones have the ability to edit it as well. Sometimes we have these delivery days where it's like hundreds of deliverables. And it's so nice to be able to just send a singular link. And I think our clients really appreciate it. Dropbox has helped us also build community by allowing us to assemble teams of folks that may have never worked together. It becomes so much more of a collaborative experience instead of a siloed experience. Our community, whether it be in person or online, has been integral in growing our business, in growing our ability to create the work that we do, to serve as sources of inspiration, to have people to bounce ideas off of. Now that we're in a post-vax world, we have an opportunity to have some in-person meetups and start growing like an in-person community again. We can use these opportunities as ways to like uplift everyone's work and one another in a way that it feels enriching beyond just our work.
Being in a job where we get to feel happy with what we do, you know, I think that's unfortunately a rarity. So having that satisfying feeling in the end is like doubly impactful.
It always kind of feels like I am a child that's playing dress up, that I've somehow tricked my way into like an adult role because it does feel really fun. And it really gives us like an opportunity to like play and be creative and think outside of the box, kind of all of the things that I don't feel like my parents ever thought was a career somehow is. It's been a really fun ride.